Can you hear me? Can you hear me, André? Let me see. You don't have a microphone, do you? So people should be joining us soon. Okay, let me unmute you. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm so good. And you?
Okay, I'm okay too. I'm okay. You would say I am well.
Yes, I am well. I'm very well.
Very good.
And I'm very excited to the first meeting with this group.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm excited too. Let's see who's gonna show up. You, as always, have been one of the most participative participants, I would say, né? One of the most active participants of the whole English in the Pocket. You deserve a prize, André. You deserve a medal. Maybe we should nominate you, our ambassador.
I like so much English. I discovered that I like English, and this group is part of my knowledge today in this idiom.
Very nice. No, it's very nice. And the more you engage, you see, it's all about interaction. And you got the spirit, but I feel like this is a kind of a innovative way, so people are not so used because it's so direct, and so it takes time for people to understand what kind of program is this. That's what I keep emphasizing. The strength of an interactive program, it is upon the interactions. But the interactions, the difference is that when we have somebody overlooking the interactions and interacting at the same time, such as myself, that is when it's most interesting, because then we can really improve, really improve and gain knowledge, practical knowledge.
I I believe that people have used always one teacher and all the knowledge is here. You need to make it. But it's not true, because
Not true at
if
all.
I decided, if I decided to learning, I need sit in my chair and study again, over and over and over every
Yes.
day.
Yes. If
And
I
share
decide, you would say,
share
decide.
decide.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
If I decide,
yeah, if you set your
share my
intentions,
knowledge
yes,
is more easy.
it's easier. It's easier.
Yes, easier.
Yeah, that's right.
Easier.
So there is a little tool, a little mechanism that I've been telling a few participants of this program, and this mechanism is like every time you convey a sentence. For example, we're talking now naturally, and then you say something like this, like every time if I set my mind that I will learn, I'll just sit there and study and get on with it. For example, no, you were telling me something like this, and then uh, maybe you use the wrong verb, or the verb you pronounce in a different way. So my role, and I will immediately do that, I will wait until you finish your sentence, and then I will say that sentence that you just said, but with the amendments. then immediately when you hear me saying that, you understand, it's like, oh, okay, he's reminding me of something. It doesn't matter what. Then you just repeat that, and if you can do that for 2 times, ideally 3, but on the go, we just do that for 2 times, and then you acknowledge. And if you make a mistake again, I will just repeat the sentence again, the correct way, or the most used way, so to speak. Did you understand what I said?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. So
Yeah, and I agree. I try repeat your sentence, and
yes, I saw that you did that in the group, and like I said, you got the spirit of it, because it's not enough for us to do listening. When we do listening, we get really good at understanding and comprehending and whatever, but there is nothing to do with speaking. Speaking, we must produce.
yes, uh, to me, eh, I started to try write my sentence a little bit, because I have many difficulties when I write, but I know, because I never see the words like them is writing, but I can spell some words when I study, and it's
Very
my
good.
difficult, and I need to make it different.
Yes.
João is here.
Yeah, João is here amongst us. Hello, João Benedito. How are you? Can you hear? Let me just unmute your microphone. Yes. And Wagner is joining
Hi.
us as well. Hello, João. Can you hear?
Hello. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. Sim.
Very nice. And Wagner is also with us. So it's now 4 of us. Maybe Wagner doesn't have a microphone yet. Very good. So I would like to propose to ask you 3 questions, right? Very simple questions. I'm going to mute everyone so I can quickly explain that. Okay. I'm going to share with you. Let me just share with you, and you tell me if you can see that. All right, then. Well, let's just do this part here. Okay. So basically, I don't need to share that with you. I cannot just ask you. Okay, first question is your name and where are you calling from today? Which part of Brazil are you? Maybe you were not even in Brazil or somebody else. Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Joining right in time. Okay, so it's good. 7:04. Okay, so I was just saying, so I want to ask you 3 questions, right? First, your name and where are you calling from today? Second question, where did you learn English? If you studied by yourself or if you went to a school, or if you're completely lost and you're going to say, oh my God, I haven't never. And okay, so what's your experience with English so far? And third, it would be, what are your expectations? What do you expect from an interactive learning program, which is something completely different? So it's hard to even to have expectations because there's nothing to do with schools. There's nothing to do with the way we were taught. It's something else. So I'm going to start with myself, okay? I'll give an example. So, okay, my name is Tiago. I was born Tiago, but I was given the name Thyagi afterwards. So I use Thyagi. Thyagi Das is my second name, also given. Today I'm calling from Soledade de Minas, Mato Dentro. Is a little rural area nearby, in between Soledade and São Lourenço, south of Minas Gerais. I learned English. I started when I was 7 or 8 years old, and my mom took me to CCAA, so I stayed there like all my life until I was, I don't know, 16 or something. And then later I went traveling and so on. So, but I started learning English at CCAA when I was 8. Well, started 8. And my expectations, right? It's really hard to have expectations on something that is completely spontaneous, but it's not completely spontaneous as such, because I'll also guide you through in whatever way I can. And the aim of this interactive program, the goal, the vision, and I have 3. One is to bring as many people. Hello, Wagner. Now you are there. Excellent. I can see you. Maybe you don't have a microphone. So number 1, to bring, there is an international conversation happening in the world right now, and it's happening in English. And my vision as English in the Pocket is to invite as many people to this conversation, like to make this English as available as possible to all Brazilians, you know, because English nowadays is become something like technology. You know how to deal with your iPhone or your Android. You need to have these things, and you know how to fiddle around. English is the same thing. And number 2 is the most spoken language in the world. So anywhere you go to Fiji Islands in Japan, or you go to anywhere, you'll be able to get by if you know English. So if you know English, you're even if your English is basic, you're good. But my number 3 aspiration is to make everyone, or as many people as possible, to be fluent in English. Because when you are fluent in something, at least to express yourself, because you see, English or any language is not a particular, it can be a topic on itself, but the language is a bridge to establish communication or connection between people and ideas. So a language can be used for anything. And so it's a major tool. It's like your major app, so to speak. So when you know a language and you are fluent and you can express yourself as clear as possible to as many people as possible, that is very powerful, because you can expose a project. For example, you can convey your ideas to many people. So that's one of the things that I also value in this program. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to listen to you guys. And so the 3 questions: your name, where are you calling from, where did you learn English, and what are your expectations with such a program, an interactive program? Okay.
Hello, is there any order to follow? Or...
No order. Spontaneous. You can start.
Okay,
Teresa.
so okay, I'm going to start. Well, my name is Teresa. I'm calling from São Paulo. I'm here. I talk with Thyagi, né?
Thyagi, that's me.
A couple of days ago, and I thought very interesting what he was saying, and a field that I had a look. So I wanted to know more, and now I'm here to know I don't know if I can call program, but I want to know what is this. And have been learning English since I was about 12, 13, and my mom put me in I can't remember. I had some months of sleep, some months of cultura, but it was always some 6 months, 1 year, and interrupted. And about 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to live in Australia about for 1 year, and I can say that I have my English from there. But it was some time ago, and okay, I know I can communication. I can even say that my English is fluent when I start to talk a little more than I'm talking now. But I forgot a lot, and now I'm not practicing English. So I feel that I'm losing something. That's what Thyagi said. For me, it's very real. There are some conversation around the world that is speaking only in English, and I would like to be in touch with this. So I think that's why I'm here, and maybe this is my expectation. And I don't know what can I say more than that.
That's perfect. Thank you, Teresa. Very nice. Very nice.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. No, I can tell you, you have had your time around the English immersion. Like, it's like when you live in another country, it's like you had your head underwater for a while. I remember when I was living in the UK, sometimes my therapy was to go and talk Portuguese to my friends, my Brazilian friends, because it was like it would ache. My brain was starting to like, I needed to speak Portuguese, it was like, because it does make something to your brain. So once
I know what you mean.
it's great, but it's like a formation. It's a brain formation, it's like new synapses and new the cognition of new sounds, new codes, new concepts even. And that's what I wanted to talk. So let's listen our friends. Thank you, Teresa. You're super welcome. Super welcome. I think
thank you. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Okay, so okay, guys, I'm just gonna have to rush you a little bit because we don't have much time. Zoom is gonna give us until 7:40, so don't be shy. Come along.
Can you hear me?
Yes, André, you're on the line.
Okay. My name is André. I was born in Biporã, Paraná, but today I'm living in São Paulo. I'm talking from São Paulo just now. I've started study English 2 years ago by myself. I use English in the pocket to practice so many times. I believe when I started the first program, I was here. And I expect this program get more fluence because I discovered that I like so much English and I'm blind. Rev have many opportunities to me in English. For example, movies with audio description.
Yeah, and they're most in English.
Yeah.
The audio descriptions are most in English.
Yes, in Netflix, every new series or movies have when is Brazilian, audio description is in Portuguese, but when it is in United States or England or Australia, is in English. Audio description is in original language, and there are many movies. The most movies in series are in English.
Perfect. And you were a very sorry.
Excuse me. I speak Spanish too. I can see many movies in Spanish with audio description in Spanish. I studied the Spanish by myself too, but I decided to study English, and I discovered that I like so much English. Thyagi is part of my knowledge today. Thank you, Thyagi.
Thank you, man. Like I said, Andre is our ambassador. He's been here since the beginning, and he's such a such a lovely, friendly, communicative person, and he's being, like I said, he deserves a medal. I'm gonna, well, that's the idea, the first program we had this, what I called the interactive game. So the more you interact in this network, the more credits, so to speak, you would earn, and that would amount to sessions, one-to-one sessions, and other little bonus like video features and stuff like that. And I remember, but now my plan is to automatize that and to put that into the platform. It's not happening yet, but it's gonna go there, and then definitely you would have earned a lot of credits. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you.
Your participation is
Thank you
very
so much.
nice. No, I so enjoyed talking to you. So let's hear some of our friends, if they would like to introduce themselves, or João Benedito or Wagner. You're on, João Benedito.
Yes. Okay. My name is João Benedito, and I'm born in Santa Helena de Goiás, Goiás. I live in Santa Helena de Goiás, and I study English only in my high school. I find this learning method Thyagi does very interesting, very interesting. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And where did you learn? Did you learn by yourself in the internet?
Yes. But
By myself.
okay.
Yeah?
I understand. No, understand.
Okay, cool. So
I learn.
yes. And for you, João Benedito,
Yeah.
it's very important to listen
Okay.
with open ears,
Mhm.
like very open, and slowly,
Okay.
you understand more and more. Yeah?
Okay.
So for you, when I send the podcasts, the audio messages, you can go into Google Translate, no problem. You listen the podcast, and then the script I send in English, but then you go in Google Translate and you have it, no problem.
Yeah.
because for you is about getting the sound, getting acquainted with the sound of English, and then slowly you understand the context. The context is very important. I say that I teach kids, children, okay, children, young kids. And I don't say a word in Portuguese, no Portuguese, just English, and they understand me, you know. And it's sorry. Let me just send a message to this. Sorry, guys. I'm just sending a link to one of the participants. It's gonna be a second. So you are in Santa Helena de Goiás. How old are you, João Benedito? How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Young man.
24.
You're gonna learn very fast, João Benedito. I guarantee. If you listen to the podcasts, listen, and repeat. So say after me.
Okay.
I will learn very fast. Repeat, please. I will learn very fast.
Learn very fast.
I will learn very fast.
Okay.
Again.
I learn very fast.
I will learn very fast.
I will learn very fast.
That's the way.
Okay.
And when we engage in conversation, I often say sentences like this, and I make you repeat. So, and then I say the correct way, you repeat 1, 2 times. And you can do that by yourself with the podcast. So thank you, João Benedito. You're most welcome. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Nice one. Excellent. Excellent. I will learn very fast. Remember that.
I learn very fast.
You will, my friend. I guarantee.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you, Thyagi.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you, in fact, because the program, I keep saying the program, an interactive program, can only work with the interaction. But of course, the interaction by itself is not enough. You need somebody, or maybe even more than one person, to be kind of curating the whole program. So, but the nice thing is that we're going to be thinking together. So I sent the first podcast. I think the only person who hasn't received it is like Teresa and Wagner, but I will send to them as well. The first podcast is about introverts versus extroverts. Like introvert is somebody very shy, very timid, and an extrovert is somebody very talkative, and it's like this. So the podcast was about this type of personalities and what these personalities can make us experience when we're talking about creative jobs. But also I would talk about how to express ourselves. If you are introvert, it's more difficult. When you are extrovert, you dare more, you put yourself out there. So, but when we build this on a very friendly base, that it's okay to make mistakes, because you can never get it right if you don't get it wrong first. So mistakes is okay. It's part of learning, because if you don't make mistakes, you never get it right. So it's like a stepping stone towards perfection, so to speak. And there's no such thing as perfection. It's just there's just the flow. Whatever it feels comfortable for you, you can express yourself freely in a flow. You can let the ideas run, clearly through your mind, and you can say that whatever it is in the other language. That's cool. So excellent. Thank you. Wagner, would you like to say a few words? Introduce yourself.
Okay, and o som, this song My name is Wagner Vieira. I'm living in Florianópolis. I'm born in São Paulo. My age is 59. 59. The first participation and the meeting for learning English. I don't speak English or other languages. Thyagi, pode falar em português ou não?
Pode sim.
É porque assim, eu até fiz esse teste e eu tenho um compromisso agora às 20 horas, uma reunião de família, sabe? Então até vou ter que sair. Eu queria até fazer essa participação resumida, mais em português do que em inglês, infelizmente, mas eu tenho que sair agora. Depois a gente conversa.
Tranquilo, Wagner.
Okay?
Maravilha. You're most welcome. E a gente conversa então.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye forever.
No forever. No forever. See you later.
No.
See you soon.
Bye para
for
todos,
now.
como que é?
For all. For all.
For now.
For all.
For all.
Or bye for now is okay too. Yeah. Okay, Wagner.
Thank
speak
you.
to you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So I would like to share with you. I'm gonna share now. How do I do that? Okay, I'm gonna share. Bear with me. Okay. Well, I could just read to you, but anyway, how do I do this? Hold on. Yes. Oops. Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Here it is. Okay, I will just mute that for the moment. Okay, so can you see my screen, everyone? Yes? João Benedito, can you see it? Teresa, can you see it as well? Let me just view.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Guys, sometimes I will say after you what you just said, a little bit different. So basically, I was saying to Andre previously, it's like a mechanism like that we use here in English in the podcast. It's called brainwash. No, I'm just joking. It's not brainwash, okay? It's drilling, really is drilling. And what it is like, for example, now I said, can you see, Teresa? And then Teresa said, yes, I do. Is that what you said, Teresa? Teresa, hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said, can you see? You said, yes, I do. Okay. So in a normal conversation, when I'm engaging with you,
yes, I can.
Exactly. I will repeat what you just said in a different way or in the most used way. So I would say, yes, I can. And then Teresa can be with the mic on or off or whatever. Then she says, yes, I can. Yes, I can. 2, 3 times. So it's like a habit I want to build with you guys. It's like is a way, because otherwise I'm not going to be explaining you things at this stage in terms of like, why did you have to say this auxiliary instead of the other? This is a waste of time. Let's go into the nice things. So we want to speak correctly and fluently and talk about nice things. So I wanted to share with you, okay, 4 mind steps to fluency, right? And fluency has a lot to do with, I like the word fluency because it comes from flow. When you are in the flow, things just happen almost by itself. It's like it's effortless. It's like the flow. And fluency has a lot to do with that. So you're not making an effort. You're not thinking, translating. You're not wasting time with secondary things. You are just in the flow. So first mindset is this one. Listen with open ears the sound of the words. Try to identify them. So it's in the first stage, like I was saying to João Benedito, you have to be with your open ears, like elephant ears. Elephant ears like this. But anyway, open elephant ears. And then you just have to identify the sound of the words, because it's the sound that's going to trigger your attention. Because next time you listen that sound, you're going to say, opa, I heard that word before. Oh, now it's in a different context. You can also use this word like get. You can get anywhere. In any conversation, you can put as many gets as you want, because it's like one of those words in English. So anyway, identifying the sounds of new vocabulary, it's super important, because it's the sound that's going to trigger your attention in a conversation. Okay, so number 2 mindset is look for similarities with Portuguese. Assume their meaning according to the context. So again, sometimes you don't know a word, or you're like, you talk to engineers. I don't know, you don't know anything about engineering. You're talking to them, and they're talking completely technical, but by the context that they're talking, you can start to kind of have an idea of what they're saying. So the context is going to tell you much more about what is happening than anything else. So the context is super important. So that's why without context, it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense to break the language in nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives. It doesn't make sense to do that. You have to put them together to make sense, basically. Unless you want to be a linguistic, you want to be like, I don't know, study English literacy. You want to, be one of those guys, maybe. But if you want to get into the flow of English, you don't need any of those things. You don't need to know. We don't know these things in Portuguese. So anyway, let's carry on. So the fourth mindset, or the third mindset, actually the third mindset is what I was saying now. Repeat aloud what you hear as clear as possible. So in the practice, like what we're doing now, the program is going to run like this. There is a podcast coming every week, and there is a video coming every week or 10 days sometimes, and there is a webinar. And the topic that we're going to be discussing and talking about is based on the podcasts or the videos. But these videos and podcasts will be talking about what we want to be talking about. Of course, I will suggest ideas, but maybe João Benedito wants to talk about, I don't know, man, and he gives an idea, and everybody says, yeah, this is cool. I don't know, he wants to talk about horse. Man, because I'm crazy about horses and blah blah blah, and how you deal with horses and stuff. So okay, let's bring on some horse talk. And then I will be producing a podcast about horse and a video, and of course eventually we'll start to produce these materials together. That's the cool thing, because English in the Pocket, we have this YouTube channel, and also the podcast in Anchor. So it's like a radio station. So, and again, we learn by doing. So the idea is that eventually we'll make a podcast. Everybody's going to make an episode of the podcast, if they want to, of course. So anyway, let's move on. This is very important. The fourth mindset. There is no such thing as mistakes. There is progress. You will always be able to make it better. So you can relax and start from where you are. So it's all about relaxation. Let me just tell Seiji to shut up. It's just barking, no dog. So there is no mistakes, basically. There's progress, you know? There is levels of complexity, like we say, like the indigenous people, the Indian man, that he says, me go hunt. He doesn't say, I'm going to hunt, guys, you want to come with me? He says, me go hunt. So one pronoun and two verbs. And that's it, because it's all about verbs and nouns, action and whatever's, you know. So anyway, can speak forever, but I'm gonna move on. Is that clear? Everybody says something. Is this clear so far? Everyone. Beleza?
Ok.
Tamo junto,
Ok.
todo mundo? Ok.
Tudo
Excellent.
certo.
Maravilha.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So now we're gonna move on for the next 2 minutes to the 2 secrets to fluency. Everybody use these words nowadays, no? 2 major secrets to happiness. Okay, 2 secrets to fluency. I call it secrets, but I'm telling them, so there are no secrets anymore. So just to make you feel special. But they are quite amazing insights. I'm very proud of them. So first one says, the more you mimic the sounds and repeat the phrases you hear, the easier it will be to embody the expressions in your natural speech. A lot of things to say, something very simple. When I went to England and I would hear people say, hang on a minute, I was like, hang on. I said, okay, wait a little bit. But it took me years to carry on repeating, hang on a minute, hang on, to incorporate, to embody that expression in my natural speech, in the natural way I speak. And actually, to be honest, I don't use hang on too much. But anyway, I use more than I used to. But it takes time for you to embody that expression. So for you to quicken that, to make it faster, you have to mimic. So you mimic the sounds as you listen to them, you know, like I will learn very fast. He carries on saying that is a NLP of programming as well. You're telling your subconscious mind you will learn very fast, and you do. Okay, so second thing is, actually I said it was 2, no, but it's 3. Every language, this is very cool. Every language inspires us to express ourselves in a certain way by bringing different personas to the surface. It's like different personality. So find out your English persona and act it out, basically. You know, I realized this when I was traveling in America and I was having a relationship with this woman. And I said to her, you know, I don't recognize myself because it seems that I have a different personality when I speak to you. And she was very intrigued by that, by the way. She's like, well, what do you mean? But anyway, it's true. It's like it was a different me, an English me. And it was not before that realization, I was still a bit awkward when I would speak. I was still kind of translating like a Brazilian speaking English. But after I kind of realized I had a different personality, like an English personality, I was like amazed. And I could somehow summon that personality in a way and just speak more fluently. So maybe something that we need to realize. I don't know if we can produce that, but it's something you note. You notice like, oh, yeah, it's true. I act. Did you notice anything like this with you, Teresa? How long did you live in Australia?
I stayed there about 1 year. Yeah, I feel sometimes like that. That's my son asking something. Leonardo.
Huh?
And I had never think about that in these ways, but I can feel and recognize some feelings that you are saying, that I feel different.
Very nice. Yes, I think so, because yeah, anyway, then you tell me if you feel like this, you report. Okay, and number 3 is remember that we are all learning. And more than that, we're all learning to learn together. In short, we all learn from each other. And this is so amazing, because when we are doing something like interactive, that's why people say, but what level do you teach? And I say to them, I don't teach levels. I teach fluency. It's different. Then they say, no, but I'm basic, I'm intermediate, or whatever. I say, no, it doesn't matter. You're welcome. You just come. Because like real life, if you would be in the family, for example, you are there with a 2-year-old, I can hear some baby there next to Teresa. If she starts speaking English next to the child will just start mimicking the sounds and will start speaking. It's natural. So is the whole point is that we are all thinking beings, thinking and feeling beings, and we can all learn with each other. So despite of the level of your language, if you're basic, intermediate, or if you're really feeling like you're advanced, whatever it is to be advanced, you can contribute with your ideas, with your new insights. And that's what's the fun part of it, you know? So I would like to ask you to be my ambassadors, you know, to go out there, invite your friends, because I think this type of program, it can deliver a lot of value in not only in English learning, by the way, in all the things that we'll produce in our interaction. But I think it's a very very small cost for the amount of value you get. So that's why I feel very excited. Like these 3 visions that I expressed in the beginning kind of keep me pumped, keep me inspired to, again, bring as many Brazilians or whomever to the English conversation, and that these people can really, you know, conquer their fluency. So I said about the story. Actually, Zoom is being completely generous with, because generally they cut us after 40 minutes and they didn't. So maybe they're just giving us a gift. So would anybody like to say anything? I'm gonna leave all mics open, and then whomever wants to say something, most welcome. Let's put in the gallery view like this.
Excuse me.
Does anybody want to ask anything or comment, whatever?
Oh, I like so much this first meeting. I think it's good when I realize that I can understand 85% about all words that you say, and it get fluency is a hard job, but I continue trying. Continue trying.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
You're doing great, Andre. Amazing, amazing. Thank you. So I haven't sent. I think we're all here. I think apart from Teresa, we are all already in the group. André is there. João Benedito is there. João, did you listen to the story of the despising fox?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you like?
Yes. 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 And understanding 15%.
Excellent. 50.
Yeah, 50.
So I
50.
understood.
15.
I understood
Yeah.
50%.
I understood 15%.
I understood 50%.
Understood 50%.
I understood 50%.
I understood 50%.
Excellent, man. You sound like native, man. You make it like a
Okay.
rhyme, you know, you make like a rap. And then it's like you
Okay.
it becomes music in your ears. Very good. Okay,
Okay.
so I will
Okay.
send this story to Teresa because I haven't yet. But the story has a moral. You know the moral of the story? Yeah, every story has a
Okay.
moral. Yes? And my
Ah,
question,
okay.
so my question to this story, The Despising Fox, is what is the moral of that story? Right?
Ah, okay.
So,
Entendi.
yeah. So I want to know your impression.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In the way, what we can do as well, let me just give you some example. For example, vou falar em português agora para ficar compreendido. Quando você ouve o podcast, você recebe o script dele e ele está lá em inglês completamente. Você vai ouvir, saturar os seus ouvidos com aquilo e você vai já ir atribuindo o significado, porque tem ali também a tradução em português. Você já vai entender a situação, mas você não vai ficar naquela loucura de o que é aquela palavra. Você já entendeu. Você leu a história uma vez em português, você já entendeu o significado. Aí você esquece do português e ouve, já vai atribuindo o sentido às palavras, né? Isso que é a ideia, né? Então, uma vez que você faz isso, você começa a pegar as frases do podcast e repeti-las, assim como você as ouviu, você repete, mas vai repetindo 2, 3 vezes. Vai pegando trechos do podcast, que tem sempre o script, e vai repetindo, vai criando aquilo como se você tivesse colocando munição para sua cabeça, né? É o nosso arsenal de palavras. Falam-se que a gente precisa ter 10 mil palavras para se expressar bem. Eu acho que não precisa ter tudo isso. Mas se você tiver frases, é melhor do que ter palavras isoladas. Por isso que tradução isolada não funciona. É sempre no texto, sempre na situação. Então você vai ver que os meus podcasts vão sempre ser uma coisa que vocês vão ter uma imagem mental da coisa. As historinhas vão ser sempre uma coisa muito visual, que vocês fiquem imaginando na cabeça como é que aquilo está acontecendo, para já atribuir contexto, tá? E os vídeos também. Os vídeos vão ter sempre alguma coisa que vai mostrar mais do que a palavra está mostrando em si, né? Porque essa é a ideia. Assim que a gente aprende qualquer língua. E a gente precisa criar repertório. Então, como é que a gente cria repertório? Repetindo as frases e compreendendo o significado. E muitas vezes eu vou fazer isso nas nossas interações, né? I'm going to stop, I'm going to say the sentence you just said in a way that you would say, no? And then you repeat 1, 2, 3 times, even better. Excellent. Very good.
I've never heard about fox.
Oh, really? There's a Firefox.
Yes.
No? That the browser.
Today I associate the Fox films, the Fox movies,
Fox films.
the Firefox.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But I've never heard about the means fox, the animal.
Okay, so what did you say? I never heard what?
I've never heard about the means. Fox means in Portuguese.
You mean the
Raposa.
animal?
I've
Okay.
never heard about it.
Okay, so you
Yes.
so you would say, I didn't know what fox meant. I didn't know what fox meant in Portuguese.
I didn't know what fox meant in Portuguese.
Perfect. I didn't know what fox meant in Portuguese.
I didn't know what fox meant in Portuguese.
You can say that as well as well. So everybody can say that, because any sentence is a sentence. I didn't know what fox meant in Portuguese. I didn't know what nightingale meant in Portuguese. You can say that with any word. And this is very useful type of sentence. I didn't know what whatever meant in Portuguese, you know? So every opportunity that we have in a conversation to get one sentence that conveys one idea and repeat. And my job is to do that, to try to locate the sentence amongst our interaction. And then we say it 2, 3, 4 times. And this sentence becomes like spontaneous in us, becomes like fluent in us. That's the idea. Yes, you know, I used to live in London, in United Kingdom, right? And they have these foxes there. They have these red foxes, and in our garden there was a family of foxes. They're so cute. And when my partner was pregnant, she was delivering a baby, right? The foxes also delivered babies, baby foxes. They're very cute, you know. Yeah, and they're very like agile.
Yes,
They move
so
very
cute.
fast. They're very fast, like, and they're a very peculiar mixture between cats and dogs, like foxes in between. You know, it's like a mix of cat and dog. it's a mixture of something. Okay, my friends. So I feel very happy with this first. Yes. Sorry, Andre.
Excuse me. There are different styles of fox.
Different types of fox. Oh yeah, certainly. Yes, that's what we call cachorro do mato. Is a little bit like a fox, but is smaller. There is the red fox. Around here we have a different type of fox. I think I've seen different, like big foxes around here. It's like a dog. I don't know. No? It's like I don't know the scientific name of foxes. So okay, thank you. So I would like to close this session by saying that I'm very, very happy. It's just few of us here, but it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And in the group, it's really nice when people participate. So João Benedito, feel super welcome to say, hello guys, how are you? It's raining here in what's the name of the town again? In your town? What's the name?
Hi.
Your city.
Santa Helena de Goiás.
Santa Helena. Hey guys, it's raining here in Santa Helena. It's very hot. It's very hot. So interact.
Yes.
It's very hot, no? Yeah, I bet.
Yes. Yes.
So anytime we feel inspired, use the interactive group in WhatsApp to say whatever. But mostly try to engage about the topics that we are talking about. For example, this week we've started the first podcast talking about introverts versus extroverts. And the idea is that we listen through, get our heads around, understand the podcast, And then I will ask you a few questions about this, because then we will engage into more. But you are most welcome to share your ideas about whatever, because maybe your ideas will lead to the next idea that will create the next podcast, and so on. So that's what I wanted to say. I think everything is being said, and we said we're going to, and it's amazing. They didn't drop the call. I'm so pleased. So guys, thank you so much for your time, for your attention. I will carry on sending you suggested activities in the group, okay? So that you keep posting in the group. Like I said, don't feel shy. We're all friends here. You know, everybody can contribute and participate.
Okay.
Thank you a
Okay,
lot.
thank you.
I like it so much, and I talk in particular to have some to know how to follow.
Wonderful. Okay, we'll talk in private. That's how we would say.
We talk in private.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you for all your attention. Have a lovely Friday evening. Enjoy yourselves. And don't forget to be nice to somebody.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Peace.
Bye.